Hello, hello. This is the Awful and Awesome Entertainment Wrap, episode 371. This is Rajyasree.
And I'm Abbas, Momin.
And we have very topical things to discuss. We have the fabulous lives versus Bollywood Wives. Season 3 of the show. We have Sweet Bobby, which I had heard the podcast, not the entire thing, but I'd heard a few episodes of it. Sweet Bobby, which is the new documentary which is on Netflix. And Disclaimer, which is the new series. I think it's the first series that Alfonso Cuarón has directed and starring Kate Blanchett. But we should start with
The talk of the town.
the
Yes.
talk of the town. Let's do that.
See, actually, for you being from Delhi and me being from Mumbai,
Yes.
it's only fair that we start with this
But
particular
me
show.
being originally from Calcutta, so my leanings are very far from both these. But I was
there's
also
Bengali
Bombay,
represent. Yeah, there was Bengali representation
Yeah,
also in this
which
season.
I felt was the best of the lot, was the sanest. If you can see on a degree of where everyone is 9 or 10 on the insanity scale of 1 to 10, when someone is 6 also, they are seeming
Yeah.
so wonderful.
Same. Yes.
So, for people who don't know, who've been living under a rock, there's a show called Bollywood Wives, which was season 1, season 2. Both of these were Bollywood Wives, which has Mahip Kapoor, who is. So, basically, it's a takeoff on.
So I've seen 2 episodes.
What
so
did you think?
I have to be honest. I have not seen the first 2 seasons of Bollywood
You've
Wives.
not missed
But I'm-
anything. Carry on.
But I'm aware it's kind of caught on to the zeitgeist, so I'm aware of the show.
Yes.
I've seen clips of Mahip Kapoor being sassy and
Yeah. And
another
saying
thing
twat and fuck
Yeah,
and all. She abuses
that-
quite a bit.
yeah, that's the thing that took me by surprise. I'm like, she's dropping F bombs like
yeah.
nobody's
So,
business, right?
throughout, she talks like that. Season 1,
So
season
I
2,
saw,
season 3.
so I saw 2 episodes, and I have so many questions for you,
I will
Rajyasree,
answer.
because
I have
Because
all the
firstly,
answers.
the thing is, a little bit of Bollywood Wives season 1 or 2 I had seen. I was like, okay, their husbands also seem to be dropping in and doing bits, right? Like Sanjay Kapoor is
They
very
are-
funny.
Yeah.
Chunky Pandey drops in and does a few jokes and all. I think Neelam's
Husband looks a
Samir
little
Soni.
embarrassed though to be there.
Yeah.
He's like, okay,
So-
I have to. It's in the contract, I think, that you'll have to
Yeah,
be there for
make
one episode
make a
at least.
appearance.
Yeah.
Then I think Shah Rukh and Gauri, or at least Gauri
Yeah.
made an appearance in the first season.
So this is something you should know. Basically, Gauri Khan is positioned as this. She is the wife who holds. She is the super wife. Do
Okay.
you get it? So she is
Huh.
these are her friends, and they are like,
Got
they are
it.
what they are because of Gauri. So Gauri is given like that kind of, like, it's the goddess has come, that kind. So that happens in this season also. There's one
Okay,
party
okay.
Gauri will throw, and then they'll all be hovering around her and praising her and all that. It's very like, it's like a bunch of sycophants, and I don't understand how they don't realize that it doesn't, like, Gauri is not looking very flattering in this either.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Gauri and Shah Rukh are there in each season.
Oh,
For
okay.
one episode, they come for like 15, 20 minutes like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
not bad. So the first episode of this 3rd season, there's this gala party that is thrown, which can be mistaken for like a Halloween party or a fancy dress party, but it's not. You're supposed to dress up, and tell me if I've got this correctly. You're supposed to dress up like a piece of art.
Yeah, like an artwork or something to do with some artist, whatever. And
Yeah.
it's called MASH.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that MASH
It's
stands
not
for.
a- it's
Something
not a bash,
Shalini
it's a
something.
mash.
It's a
Oh,
MASH.
acha.
Yeah.
Acha.
So,
So our characters dress up as Mahib dresses up as Van Gogh's Starry Night.
but there's
None of them are
nothing.
looking like the.
Yeah.
None of them look like the painting.
It's like they heard the name of the artwork and they said, let's at least say this, that we
Yeah.
are something, right? And Subodh Gupta and all are part of this party. The artist Subodh Gupta, who does.
Yeah.
So that is also there.
So the other observation I made was the husbands of these Delhi wives, I'm sorry to say, are not like, at least the Bollywood wives have handsome husbands who have been in the industry and all. These are like,
Before we get on to the rest of the episode, we do have a new Sena. It's been there for a couple of weeks. A Sena project, the US elections, NL Sena. Srinivasan Jain, one of India's most well-established, well-regarded journalists, is collaborating with News Laundry and News Minute. He will be traveling to America to report on, to bring you different stories from mainstream media on the US elections and this wonderful set of candidates, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, because like America is really looking up, as you can see. But please contribute. It costs a lot of money to do these kind of projects, to send someone there, to be able to go with a team and to go to these rallies, report, do interviews and so on. To contribute to this project, go to newslaundry.com/NL-Sena. The link is on the screen, and pick any amount that you want to contribute and make journalism great again. Okay, what should we discuss? Sweet Bobby, did you watch the whole thing?
Sweet Bobby. Yes, I did watch it. Should I tell you my thoughts first?
Tell me your thoughts, because mine are very are not flattering. Like, it's flattering about the show, but not about the scenes.
Okay, so I'll briefly tell the listeners what Sweet Bobby is about. So, directed by Litania Shannon, the documentary tells the story of Kirat Assi, a Punjabi radio host who was deceived into a years-long relationship with a man she believed to be named Bobby. So, as you mentioned, Rachi, it's adapted from a podcast. I have not heard the podcast episode, or rather the podcast series. So, this came to me in that typical Netflix crime documentary, this thing of, "Arey, tune ye dekha?" Arey, ekdam, matlab, your mind will be blown. So I got a recommendation from a friend, and Netflix is just very good at churning these out every 3 months. I think something, breaks. So I started watching it. Now, surprisingly, or not so surprisingly, the podcast series, I think, was 6 episodes. And I thought this is also a series, but it's not. It was
which even I thought. Then I saw it's a film.
80-85 minute documentary. I was like, okay, theek hai, chalo dekhte hain. And by the end of it, that's what I felt. I felt like this was episode 1 of what should have been a longer series. So I don't want to give away the spoiler, because I think that's one of my complaints, because this particular story is not fleshed out enough to deserve like this kind of a treatment. It's very thin. And if you have seen enough catfish documentaries, you can also kind of see where this is going. It's about this, it's very much about what it gives you is, it gives you an idea of the Sikh diaspora which lives in the UK, and how they perceive this sort of, having relationships and marriages within their own little circle. I don't think this case would have been as interesting if this was set in India, because somebody would have caught on. But
okay, so one thing, let's just say about what you were talking about before, that even I felt it's just like, why is it just 1.5 hours? Because the ending where you realize what has actually happened, it's sort of given in 5 minutes, and there's no real understanding of how things played out after that.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like, okay, we have to wrap it up, so we wrap it up. So that is very weird. She has put herself out there. Kirat has put herself out there and is very much part of this documentary. Bobby Jandu, this is the first time Bobby Jandu has agreed to speak on this. So he is also interviewed on this. But I just felt, and maybe I am by nature slightly suspicious, but I'm also by nature slightly bright, I think. That's why. And I get that this whole catfishing thing usually works with people. It feeds off people who are lonely. It's like a Tinder. It's like a dating app. Feeds off people who are, that is why they are so successful. But there's one more thing which we will do really quickly, because Abbas has to, and I've only watched 2.5 episodes of it, so we can do it quickly also. But I did want to watch this show. It's Apple's new. So I honestly feel Apple has really good programs.
Yeah, I have a question. Why don't they promote their shows? Like, I had no idea Alfonso Cuarón, who's won Academy Awards and has made some of the best films.
That Roma and all is lovely what he's made.
Roma, Gravity, he made one of the Harry Potter films. And I didn't know that that he has a show with Kate Blanchett. It's not
Yeah.
even like he's working with small time actors.
So even when they did Severance, which is his have you watched
Yeah,
Severance?
yeah. I've watched
They
Severance,
don't
but
they
even
don't
that,
promote
yeah.
their shows. It's very weird. Like unless
They did a show with Harrison Ford.
Shrinking, which is season
yeah.
2. It's such a success. Season 2 is being done now. But they
The
don't
only
promote any
the
of
only
their
Apple
this thing.
TV show that I have known breakout is Ted Lasso, and other than that, I've never seen any of the other shows.
What else
really.
is there? Was a great show which M. Night Shyamalan did. The first season was really good,
Yeah.
called The Servant.
The Servant?
It's
Yeah,
really like, it gets your back up and all totally.
Okay,
But
okay.
so in this, I wanted to watch it because it's Kate Blanchett, who I think is fabulous. So it's based on a book. It's
Okay.
based on a novel on a 2015 novel published in 2015 by the same name, by Renee Knight. So they've, like in a novel, the way you have a narration. So there's a narrator in this. So it says,
Okay.
and then she was thinking of. So it gives this. So the narration is done by Indira Varma. You know Indira
I've
Varma.
heard
She
that
was
name.
she was in Kama Sutra with Rekha
Okay.
and all. She's very
Yeah,
good
yeah.
looking. She
Then
was
I've seen her many
also
times.
she was also in Game of Thrones. She was that Pedro
Oh, now I know.
Pascal or whatever his
Correct,
name
correct.
is.
Yes,
His
yes.
sister, I think, right?
Yes.
I just want to say that the rest of the episode is going to be on only for subscribers. You have to log on to newslaundry.com and then you can see and hear the rest of the thing, right? And we are behind a paywall. We have been for a while now because, of course, we should be. But if you subscribe to News Laundry, you will get other subscriber-only programs as well and content, including NL Hafta, NL interviews, and other paywall stories. So please subscribe to News Laundry.
Journalism at News Laundry is powered by the public, because when the public pays, the public is served. Visit newslaundry.com/subscription and pick a payment plan of your choice. Pay to keep news free and independent. Your future, and indeed the future of democracy, depends on it.